May 25, 1982. It's Argentina's Revolution Day and the 53rd day of the Falklands War, or as the Argentines call it, the fight for the Malvinas. The British task force is tightening its grip around the islands, with landings underway at San Carlos. To the northwest, acting as a radar picket to draw away Argentine air attacks, two Royal Navy ships patrol menacingly. The Type 42 destroyer HMS Coventry and the Type 22 frigate HMS Broadsword. Captain David Hart Dyke commands Coventry, knowing full well that their position is dangerous, almost a suicide mission to protect the vulnerable landing force. Far away on the Argentine mainland, at Rio Gallegos Air Base, 4 A-4B Skyhawks of Grupo 5 de Caza prepare for a critical strike. Led by Captain Pablo Carballo, the pilots are experienced and determined. First Lieutenant Mariano Velasco, Lieutenant Jorge Barrionuevo, and Ensign Carlos Rinke. These aging but agile Skyhawks, each armed with 500-pound bombs, skim the waves at ultra-low altitude to avoid British radar. Fuel is tight, no room for error on the long flight over the cold South Atlantic. The British ships detect incoming raids early that day, but previous waves had been turned back or shot down. Coventry's powerful Sea Dart missiles and Broadsword's Seawolf system have already claimed several Argentine aircraft. Hart Dyke knows more are coming. The pair coordinate closely. Coventry's long-range Sea Dart to engage high and far, Broadsword's rapid-fire Seawolf for close-in threats. As the Skyhawks approach at wave-top height, popping up briefly to acquire targets, the British radars lock on. Broadsword fires first. A Seawolf missile streaks toward the incoming jets but malfunctions or misses in the clutter of sea and land. Coventry launches Sea Darts, but the low-flying attackers are hard to track against the background. Carballo's section races in undeterred. The pilots climb slightly for their bomb runs, braving intense anti-aircraft fire from both ships. Small arms, machine guns, and Oerlikon cannons fill the sky with tracers. The Argentines press home the attack with incredible courage. Velasco and Barrionuevo dive on Coventry first. Their bombs release. One skims the water and skips harmlessly, but two or three slam into the destroyer's port side. Massive explosions rip through the hull, flooding compartments instantly and starting fierce fires. The list heavily to port almost immediately. Captain Hart Dyke gives the order to abandon ship as Coventry capsizes in minutes, her keel breaking the surface before she plunges bow first into the frigid depths. Broadsword maneuvers desperately to avoid stray bombs and picks up survivors from the water, her crew throwing lines and scrambling nets. One bomb hits Broadsword but fails to explode fully, causing damage but allowing her to survive. In just minutes, HMS Coventry is gone, sunk with 19 of her crew lost, many more wounded. The Argentine pilots, low on fuel and battered by fire, turn for home. One Skyhawk is damaged, but all four make it back safely. This daring low-level attack by the A-4 Skyhawks proves devastating, exposing vulnerabilities in the British air defenses against determined wave-skimming strikes. It becomes one of the most successful Argentine air operations of the war, sinking a modern destroyer and shaking the task force. The bravery on both sides is undeniable. Argentine pilots flying obsolete jets into the teeth of advanced missiles, British sailors fighting to the end on a doomed ship. The Falklands War would continue for another 3 weeks, but days like this remind us how courage, skill, and a bit of luck could turn the tide in even the most uneven conflicts. If this story of audacious aerial attack gripped you, check out more tales from the Falklands, like the Exocet strike that doomed HMS Sheffield, or the Black Buck raids that bombed Port Stanley from